Good evening, and welcome. We are super excited to have you all here tonight. We have an exciting lineup of schools who are here to give some great information out. My name is Jay, and I am your StriveScan facilitator for this evening, and we just want to welcome you to the Regional Admission Counselors of California Virtual College Fair. We have 6 amazing schools who have just 6 minutes to go over all this great information for you. So hang back and get used to absorb all this good stuff. I've got some housekeeping items before we go ahead and get started with our presenters. So first off, I want to say here that there is a Q&A button at the top or bottom of your screen. So you can use that Q&A button to ask questions to your presenters at any time. The only request that we have is that if you're asking a question to a specific school, please list that school in the question so the right person answers the right question. Also, you can see and hear us, but we cannot see and hear you, so don't worry about that. Also, this is just one of many sessions that are happening along over this evening and over the next couple of weeks, so definitely feel free to register for more schools to learn more about what they have to offer. Also, this presentation is being recorded. So within about 1 week, you'll be able to go to strivescan.com/RACC to get this recording in case there's contact information or just some good juicy things that you need to follow back up with. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and bring up our first presenter of the evening with American University. Go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Jay. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. My name is Jeremiah Rakowski. I'm a Regional Assistant Director for American University, which is located in Washington, D.C. I'm based in Laverne, California, which is in East LA County near the Claremont colleges. I cover all of Southern California and Nevada for the university. Let's learn about American. So American University, if you look at this map, we are a traditional 89-acre campus in a really
Jeremiah, we actually can't see your screen.
Apologies. Thank you for that, Jay. This screen was the one you wanted to see anyway. The other one was just an intro screen. But my campus, we're a 89-acre campus, traditional college campus in a private neighborhood in the upper Northwest. You can see on that map, that bottom red arrow is pointing to the White House where the National Mall is. That's kind of in downtown section of the city. We are still in Washington, D.C. We're just in a private residential neighborhood in the upper Northwest quadrant. The upper Northwest is considered by folks familiar with the DC metro region to be the nicest section of the city. And where our campus sits is in a beautiful private neighborhood with older, nice homes, tall, overgrown trees. It's a really pretty and idyllic area. There's a nice shot of it there, also in the background of my picture. That's kind of the middle of our quad. The very end building there with the lights on, that is our library, and the opposite end of our quad is our K Spiritual Life Center. This is kind of the main hub of our academic squad or quad around the university. All of our academic buildings are here. It's honestly maybe a 5-minute walk in between buildings at the most here. So it's a really small, traditional, quaint campus that's easy to walk around, even though American University is considered a medium-sized school. We have about 8,500 students at AU. They come from all 50 states. They come from over 100 countries internationally. And like I said, we kind of fall into that medium-sized category for colleges in America. Medium size in the United States is between 5,000 to 15,000 students. But our undergraduate population is a little over 8,500. We keep the class sizes small. The average class size is 23. Student to faculty ratio is 11:1. In fact, only 2% of courses at American University hold more than 50 students in it. You'll never have a class at AU where there's hundreds of people in your 100 level sociology class or psychology class. We just don't have that kind of environment here. So you're always going to be in a smaller, closer, quaint kind of classroom experience where you get access to your faculty. 94% of our faculty hold the highest degree in their field. Over 80% of AU faculty are doing active research themselves. And every student that steps foot on our campus is also going to do collegiate research. I've said the word traditional numerous times, kind of describing AU, but that's something I want you to think of. We are a traditional college campus. We just happen to be in one of America's most impactful and powerful cities in Washington, D.C. So if you kind of envision kind of a traditional campus experience where you can live in the dormitories, you can go watch sporting events, you can join a sorority or fraternity, you can join student-run clubs and organizations, join the student newspaper, but at the same time, you want a place where there's lots of things to do, you want city and public transportation, all of those things. That's what AU has to offer. We have 12 residence halls on campus. We guarantee housing for the first 2 years, 16 different eateries, and we have quite a few living and learning communities that students can apply to in addition to applying to the university. So you can definitely have that traditional campus experience. As I mentioned, we have sports, clubs, organizations. 28% of students at American University participate in Greek organizations, whether it's fraternities or sororities or some of our professional organizations. So we definitely have a very active and engaged student body that like to get involved. And honestly, that's something we're looking for in our applicants. A couple of things that are important to know about AU that we do in really large percentages is 91% of AU students complete at least one internship. This is really important for American. Washington, D.C. is an internship-rich city, really in all fields. So for musical theater, economics, political science, international studies, dance, psychology, biology, you name it, whatever kind of industry field that you can think of, DC has internships available, and we're really good at helping students find them. A follow-up statistics to this is 88% complete 2 or more, and many of those students that find jobs within 6 months of graduating AU find their jobs as a result of an internship. The other thing is AU students study abroad. Nationally, college students study abroad at less than 10%. At American University, 70% of our students study abroad. We have over 150 programs in over 50 countries. We make it really easy for you. The cost is the same. Your financial package carries with you overseas. So we want students that are coming in with a global mindset, want to push their comfort zone, and really want to challenge themselves academically, and AU makes that possible. We have over 60 majors and 6 main colleges and schools. You're not applying to a specific college or school or major at AU, you're applying to just be a fit for the university. So we have no impacted majors at American University. And when you apply, this is kind of a snapshot of the middle 50% of our class this past year. Majority of our applicants fall within this range. There are no set scores you need. Every student that applies to AU is automatically considered for merit scholarships. We also are a university that has you complete the FAFSA and CSS profile, and we meet 100% of demonstrated needs. So if you need a lot of money to go to college, we're one of those colleges that will give you the max amount based on your family's need. Please contact me. I'll also put my contact information in the chat option, but I appreciate you learning about American, but we have more colleges for you to learn about. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. We're going to move right along now to Boise State University. Take it away, Kat.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kat Everard, and I am a senior regional admissions counselor at Boise State University, located in beautiful Boise, Idaho. Boise State is the largest public research institution in the state of Idaho with about 26,000 students and 17,000 undergraduates. Despite being a large state school, we have an average class size of about 31 students per class, and our student to faculty ratio is around 17:1. Over 90% of our students are getting jobs directly within their major or field of interest, and we hold 2 of the largest career fairs in the Northwest. Academically, we have over 200 majors and minors for you to choose from. We're known for material science engineering, holding one of the biggest tech companies in the area called Micron Technology, who is the leader in memory and information technology. About 95% of our computer science grads have jobs before graduation. We have a regionally ranked education program and recently became one of the top 50 schools for innovation. A couple years ago, a Harvard business professor actually started our College of Innovation and Design at Boise State, with our signature program being our Gaming, Interactive Media, and Mobile Technology degree. At Boise State, the programs you see here on screen tend to be our most popular majors that freshmen declare on their application. However, you'll notice our number 2 most popular major is actually Undecided. So we are fully equipped with resources and faculty to help you explore your major and build towards your future career. Boise State is not impacted. You can graduate in 4 years. We actually have a great finish in 4 program guarantee that says as long as you do your part in the classroom, yes, you got to show up and pass your classes, but you do your part, we'll make sure that our classes are available to you. And if you go beyond 4 years, more than 4 years, Boise State will pick up the tab and pay for any additional credits beyond those 4 years. One of our more unique programs at Boise State is our 3D program, where you get the chance to customize your degree and actually combine 3 different academic disciplines. We also have an incredible honors college that you see here. We house our students based off of the Harry Potter house model, which I think is fun. Maybe you want to join our traditional sorority or fraternity system, or maybe you'll want to join one of our honors college houses, which, fun fact, we actually have named after 5 endangered birds of prey that is native to the state of Idaho. In 2018, we actually built this $40 million honors college facility and a new freshman resident hall. This resident hall right here actually has full-size beds and memory foam mattresses, so quite fancy. Another big update to campus is we do have a brand new visual arts and performing arts building, as well as opening this fall, a new material science engineering building, which we're really excited for. And of course, I cannot forget our famous blue Smurf turf football field right on the screen and right behind me. Fun fact of the day, Boise State actually owns the copyright and patent to any non-green playing field. So any college, even high schools, have to get permission from Boise State Athletics if they want to turn their field a color that is not green. And of course, I like to kind of talk about why students are choosing Boise State. I think it has to do with our amazing capital city, outdoorsy location, and the people. Now, I know what you're thinking, Boise State, it's in Idaho. Where is that at? Is it on a potato farm? We're not on a potato farm. We are the capital city of Idaho, although I must say that we are known for our famous fry sauce. So if you end up catching a visit up in Boise, come check it out. I can talk to you about it a little bit later. However, Boise, Idaho has been named one of the fastest growing cities in the country. In 2018, we were voted #1. We have over 600,000 people now that live in the Boise metro area, but you still get that warm, welcoming, small town college feel, which students really like. Our students like to call Boise Idaho for a reason. This is a picture of our campus in the downtown area in the wintertime. Boise, Idaho gets about 18 inches of snow per year. We are a Gold Star bike-friendly campus. Students love that the airport is 10 minutes away. You can walk to downtown, go biking downtown, easy access to food, entertainment, your internships, which is really nice. There's no couch potatoes here. We've been named one of the most active cities in the West, so you get all the fun outdoor activities if you like being outside or if you like outdoor rec sports. Also, speaking of the outdoors, we have over 150 miles of hiking and biking trails. Less than 45 minutes away is our closest ski resort. Ski lift passes for students are discounted at $150 per season, not per day, which is a really good discount. We have a big outdoors program. You can rent equipment like kayaks, camping gear, paddle boards at a very affordable price. You can take kinesiology activity courses where maybe you get to try some of these new activities, like maybe a snowboarding class or a backpacking class, maybe even a military fitness class, and you can get college elective credit for it. As a Boise State alumni myself, 2 of my favorite traditions on our campus is our first week float, where you can float this Boise River. Imagine hundreds of college kids with their inner tubes, Bluetooth speakers, just having a fun day in the summertime or in the early fall. And of course, our short stack shindig, where you get to have blue and orange pancakes on campus. Moving on to admission quickly, I'll wrap it up here. Really easy to apply. We are test blind for the fall, and we do have the WUI scholarship, which I can talk to you more about later. I'm out of time, so I'm going to have to introduce our next speaker, which is the George Washington University. Thank you all.
Hi friends, my name is Andrea Frangi and I am going to go ahead and share my screen here. I'm the Regional Director of Admission for the George Washington University, working with students from Northern California. I myself am located in the other Washington, so in Washington State in Seattle, but going to talk to you right now about GW. If you're interested in reaching out to me, you're welcome to screenshot this shot. It's got my contact information on it. I'll also put it in the chat after. So GW is located right in the heart of our nation's capital. So when we were looking at Jeremiah's super fancy map and he pointed that arrow to downtown, that's where GW is. So we're right in the heart of downtown Washington, DC. Our main campus is the Foggy Bottom campus, 4 blocks away from the White House. We are walking distance to the National Mall, very much in a major metropolitan center. So the Foggy Bottom campus is where the majority of our undergraduate students are going to be living. We require that students live on campus for their first 3 years. So you've got guaranteed on-campus housing through your junior year and 26 residence halls on Foggy Bottom. 3 miles away in the Berkeley neighborhood of Washington, DC, you'll find our Mount Vernon campus. The Mount Vernon campus used to be the Mount Vernon Women's College, and it's tucked away in a more residential neighborhood of Washington, DC. About 1/3, or 700 or so, of our first year students will live on the Mount Vernon campus. If you're a student who's thinking about maybe applying for the University Honors Program, if you're thinking about our Politics and Values program, maybe participating in one of our Women's Leadership special programs, know that your first year, you will be in a living and learning community with other students who are part of that program on the Mount Vernon campus. Not to worry, you don't have to walk the 3 miles to the Foggy Bottom campus for classes. That is where most of your classes will be. GW runs a shuttle on a 24/7 loop between the 2 campuses. During non-rush hour times, you're looking about 10 to 15 minutes. During rush hour, it can take a little bit longer, which is why all of the shuttles are equipped with Wi-Fi. So if you're frantically doing that last minute research for a paper that's due, or needing to like text your friends to arrange lunch plans, you can absolutely do that from the shuttle if you are going between the Foggy Bottom and Mount Vernon campuses. Something that's a little bit unique to GW is our dining plan. Unlike most universities that have a main cafeteria where you're swiping your card and eating whatever's been prepared for you, GW has partnered with over 100 different food service places in and around Washington, DC. And so our students are able to pick from places like Whole Foods, Hot Bar, always a good go-to, Sweet Greens, Starbucks, Pete's Coffee, many local businesses and restaurants as well. We'll bring food trucks onto campus for students to utilize to get breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This next slide can be a little bit overwhelming. Know that this is just a list of our over 75 majors at GW. When you're applying, you don't have to know what you want to major in, but you will indicate which of our 7 schools you would like to be admitted into. So the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences is our largest school. It has the most diversity of academic offerings. Definitely has popular options like political science, biology. School of Business, a great fit as well with the pre-business program, which is a popular option for students. And then of course, the Elliott School of International Affairs, always a very popular option with our location across the street from the State Department. You'll find that GW, while we have about 10,000 undergraduate students, is actually the largest institution in Washington, DC. Just under 70% of our students graduate having completed at least one internship. Those internships are often at places like the State Department, they might be at the World Bank, it could be NASA. We have a photography program and students will do internships with Annie Leibovitz of Vanity Fair. So lots of really amazing opportunities for that hands-on learning component. We also just did a survey and 92% of the students who graduated from GW in 2020 are now gainfully employed or pursuing postgraduate work, which during COVID times we're extremely thrilled about. Our students are highly sought after. They are completing internships and doing networking that is really engaging them in being able to pursue jobs and graduate work after they finish with us. Really quick about our application process. We are a common application university that's been test optional since 2015. So if you've had the ability and the interest in taking the SAT or ACT and you feel like it's an appropriate reflection of who you are as an academic, you're welcome to send those, but it is totally not required. All of our students will be considered for merit scholarship, whether or not they submit the SAT or ACT. So know that that's not a component for admission, and it's also not a required component for merit aid consideration. GW has an early decision application deadline of November 1st, ED being binding. So if we're your ride or die, you're welcome to apply by November 1st for ED consideration. Most of our students are applying regular decision, which is a January 5th application deadline, which allows you to have until the May 1st national deposit deadline to make a decision about what school is the right fit for you. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out. I will pass it back to Jay.
Awesome, thank you so much here. And we are halfway through the evening. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to use that Q&A, and University of Tennessee, take it up.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Anderson, and I am the Regional Admission Representative for the University of Tennessee. I am originally from East Tennessee. You might be able to hear it just a little bit in my accent, but I do live out here in Northern California. So if any of you are right in my backyard, hopefully once the pandemic ends, we'll get a chance to meet in person. But I'm excited to tell you all about the University of Tennessee. First, what I'm going to start off with is talking about our incredible location. And yes, I am biased because I'm originally from East Tennessee, like I said, but I do think it is one of the prettiest parts of the country. We live on, if you look at the state of Tennessee, people break it up into 3 different sections. And like I said, we're in East Tennessee. So we live on the mountainous side. We are right near the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which happens to be the most visited national park in the entire country, which is pretty cool. So if you're into the great outdoors and you like things like hiking, camping, biking, whitewater rafting, skiing, you name it, you would be right in your element in East Tennessee. And so our students love having that access. But then also what's cool about our location is that we are located in a city. So we're located in Knoxville, which is the 3rd largest city in the state of Tennessee. And so that provides lots of opportunities for our students. You have downtown Knoxville, literally within walking distance of campus, so many opportunities for internships. So there's a lot of perks that come with being in an urban environment like we are in. And then as you'll see on this slide, we are also located right near an airport. So there is an airport located right in Knoxville. It is about a 12-minute drive from our campus. So it's easy for students to get to and from campus, and that's important information for you all to know, since the majority of you on this call are from California. Okay, so a few of those kind of quick facts about the University of Tennessee. We are a large institution, which I personally love. We have about 29,000 students on our campus. I already mentioned that it is an urban setting. We are very much a traditional university, like some of the other speakers we're talking about. We have a very strong Greek community on our campus. So if you're interested in joining fraternities and sororities, you would have plenty of opportunities at the University of Tennessee. And then one thing that we are really well known for is our volunteer spirit at UT. So we are the University of Tennessee Volunteers, the Vols for short. As you can tell here, our colors are orange and white, and we bleed orange and white at UT. We do have Division I athletics on our campus, and I would say that is probably one of the biggest draws for students coming to UT outside of our fantastic academic programs. Is if you are a student who is looking for that school spirit element, a place where you can go and feel that sense of camaraderie and cheer on your sports teams with your fellow classmates, look no further. That's what you're going to find at UT. Fun fact, at UT, we do have one of the largest football stadiums in the nation. It is the 5th largest football stadium in the country, Neyland Stadium. And so there is nothing like being inside there with all the other fans. Everybody's decked out in their orange and white, singing Rocky Top, which is our unofficial fight song. And so that is a lot of fun. We're very well known for football. and basketball, but we have a lot of other great sports as well. And then one other fun fact about our school spirit is that our football stadium is located right on the water. It's located right on the Tennessee River. And so before our football games, not only do we have a really fun parade before all of our home games, but in addition to a really incredible tailgating scene, we also offer sailgating because we're right on the water. So fun fact. And then as you'll see here, we do have over 600 clubs and organizations on campus. So there's really a lot of opportunities to get involved at UT. Okay, so what I will leave you all with is some information on our academic programs. You'll see that we have over 360 different undergraduate majors. So we have just about everything under the sun, and there's a lot of flexibility to switch in and out of majors. You can come in undecided and then change your mind as you go, but some of our top programs that especially our out-of-state students come to us for are our direct entry nursing. We also have forensic anthropology as an undergraduate major. And yes, we do have a body farm on our campus, as you can see here. We've got incredible engineering programs, including some hard to find ones like aerospace engineering and nuclear engineering. We also have the #1 metallurgical engineering program in the entire country. We're very well known for our business programs. Our supply chain management program is highly ranked. You'll also see that we have an animal science undergraduate major and a vet school on campus, and the list just goes on and on and on. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about any of those majors. And then what I will leave you all with is for this past year, we were test optional. That was not only for admission, but also for merit scholarships. Stay tuned to see what we're doing for this upcoming year. But thanks so much for listening to my spiel about UT, and I hope that you will consider becoming a future volunteer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashley. We're going to move right along now to our next presenter here with Miami University. Go ahead and take over that screen.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone. My name is Emily Morris. I'm an associate director for Miami University. I always like to share a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Southern California, born and raised, and I went to Miami University, which is located in Oxford, Ohio. Nothing to do with Florida. And when I decided to go to Miami, almost everyone was like, why would you leave Southern California to go to school in Ohio? And it was an absolute dream. My sister actually attended Miami first. I kind of thought the same thing. Where are you going? Midwest cornfields. And then I saw it for the first time. It's absolutely beautiful. It's that quintessential brick buildings, Georgian architecture. It is considered a public Ivy, so it has that public Ivy look and feel, but we are a public university. There's just one picture, and I don't think these pictures do it justice. So definitely come visit us if you can. We are hosting visits to campus, but just kind of a little bit of an overview about Miami University. We do have over 120 majors to choose from. We're mostly an undergraduate school, so you'll see that 17,000 undergraduate, not a ton of grad students. So all the big stuff like research, doing the big projects with like any different thing you can find on campus, it's for first-year students and that undergraduate field. We do have some direct admit programs. Our business school is extremely popular and competitive. Our pharmacy school is business. You want to apply directly to that, as well as our nursing major. We do have a direct admit entry for that. Nursing is very competitive. It's a cohort of only about 80 students. So you're thinking about nursing, Miami's a great place to do that. All your clinicals are built into those 4 years. But we have every traditional science, engineering, theater. It's just whatever you want to study. And you can double major, minor across different fields. So if you want to be an engineering major with a photography minor, you can totally do that. You're unrestricted to what you want to study. I know I mentioned we're mostly undergraduate. I always like to say we're kind of that happy medium. It's big school opportunities like research, but small school feel. So smaller class sizes. We have full-time faculty, so you'll always have a professor teaching your class, no grad students or TAs, no impacted classes, so that's awesome. We have over 600 student organizations, so a lot to get involved in. Club and intramural sports are big for us. Like I mentioned, we do have Division I athletics. We're a big ice hockey school, which is kind of random. But if you have any fans, we have a ton of players on both the LA Kings and the Vegas Knights right now. So if you're a fan, check it out. It's just that school spirit piece. In terms of the academics, this is information for our current first year class. So this information gets updated each year, and it will be updated soon for your current seniors in high school. And these numbers are going to go up. This is a very competitive year with a record number of applications. We are on the common application. We will be test optional again this year. And that is also for, any programs like nursing, merit scholarships, and general admission. So there's no disadvantage of sending it in or not. If you were able to take it and you think you did well, go ahead and send it. We also do super scores. So if you're a lucky person who got to take it more than once, that's an option for you as well. But here's kind of just some general information in terms of what we see as an accepted student profile. We do have students coming from all over, although we are a public university. I've seen years where it's pretty close 50-50 in state and out of state. We get a ton of students from the West Coast, as well as the East Coast, with a good chunk in it from the Chicago and Midwest area. So you get students from all over the place. We also have something called our Miami Tuition Promise. What this means is you are locked into those tuition fees, room and board, those prices for 4 consecutive years. You are required to live on campus just those first 2 years, but know that if you are in it for 4 straight years, which most of our students graduate in 4 years, you will know exactly what you owe. You will know your scholarship amount. And so you'll have all that information for those 4 consecutive years. And this includes studying abroad. So if you do a Miami-based program, like our Luxembourg program, that's Miami tuition. That works with this too. So something to keep in mind when you are planning, because the financial piece is a big part of your college experience. Kind of some outcomes in terms of where our Miami students are. Over 96 are graduating, or over 96% have a job or in graduate school within 6 months of graduating. So they always know what's coming next. It's okay if you don't know what that might be right now. If you're thinking about med school or law school, our acceptance rate into those programs are absolutely incredible. Most of our students are completing at least 1 internship before they graduate. We have an incredible career services program that will help you all 4 years, whether it's just preparing a resume, teaching you to kind of walk up to a future employer and strike up that conversation and make sure you are successful. And your faculty will help you long after your graduation date. We have an incredible alumni association. Just a couple years ago, I was at the LAX airport being dropped off by my parents who had a Miami sticker on the back. And a woman I didn't know ran across, which is LAX, which is very busy, just to say, I went to Miami too. So we are everywhere. I'm going to share Larissa Marple's contact information. She is actually your regional rep. I just wanted to join you today since I am a West Coast person that went to Miami. Thank you all so much for coming tonight.
Thank you so much, Emily. Really grateful for that. And we are going to move on to our last, but certainly not least presentation here with University of Louisville. Take it away.
Thank you, Jay. Hi, everyone. I'm going to share with you a brief video, and I'll get you in just a second.
You walk in here and you don't know where you fit, but there are people from everywhere, and everyone's looking. For friends, for fun, for their future. Jock, geek, troublemaker, nerd, blah, blah, blah. Forget your high school labels. Here, you'll live in a diverse world of individuals. The University of Louisville's student body is representative of the state, the country, the entire giant planet. Starting now, you get to define you. No, you've got the R all wrong. With more than 200 majors available, we definitely have your major. Before you graduate, you'll go to more than 1,200 classes. And you'll traverse a park-like campus cultivated with more than 220 years of history. There's also lots of opportunities for internships, co-ops, international study abroad, and research programs to layer your education. U of L is about much more than academics. Explore the things you love. Join a club, volunteer in the community, get active in student government, start a study group for one of your classes. The residence halls are a great place to bond with new friends. Almost everyone loves their first roommate. Almost. But don't roost in your room too long. We've got state-of-the-art workout facilities, a variety of intramural sports, and other fitness clubs that make it easy to stay active. Stop, that R is still not quite right. Back up. Rubbing the toe of the thinker during finals week will bring you good luck on your exams. On the other hand, don't step on the cardinal bird. It's bad luck. Very bad luck. You're leaving the nest to explore new boundaries, but don't be confined by the boundaries of campus. Louisville is a vibrant city full of culture, music, parks, sports, and great food. So get ready to settle in and learn how to throw what you know, because by the time that you leave the University of Louisville, you'll be ready to when you become an insider here, you're ready to make an impact out there.
All right, hope you enjoyed that. I am V again. I am based in Los Angeles, California, and work with students from all Western US. Let's see. All right, so some reasons why students choose the University of Louisville is because we are a great value. We're a medium-sized Carnegie Research University. We're accessible, affordable, with automatic scholarships and internship opportunities at Fortune 500 companies in Louisville and the United States. Engineering co-ops that pay an average of $34,000 before students even graduate from college. And we're lucky to also have our own dentistry and law school with direct entry, as well as our own medical school and university hospital system. We were very well prepared to handle a big crisis like COVID-19 pandemic because we are one of only 13 universities in the US to have a CDC lab to conduct pandemic research. This allowed us to safely invite students back to campus, not only for visits, but also in-person classes. And we are going to be in person for this year as well. So we're located in the suburb of Louisville, about 10 minutes away from downtown, walking distance from famous Churchill Downs, where Kentucky Derby takes place. And that's going to be happening here very soon. U of L has also been named the most beautiful campus in Kentucky. We are a residential university with ample housing options and tree-lined campus, which is compact and very walkable end to end. It'll take you about 15 minutes total to walk from one end to the campus to the next. So this is where the Cardinals eat. You'll notice that you'll have plenty of options for restaurants as well as Starbucks, one of the most important things that you can actually do when you're in college, right? So these are some of our unique majors. You'll notice to the left, these are the most popular majors. I'll say for students from the Western US, we're noticing engineering, business, and nursing, as well as sports administration, which is number 3 in the nation. Those are the most popular programs for students coming from the West. So if you want to kind of visualize what each program entails, you're welcome to go to our website and kind of see what each program entails and find the flight plans for each one of the degrees that you're looking into. So if you're not sure what to pick, we have more than 216 majors, so there's something for everyone. And you are more than welcome to come in as undecided, and we do have all the resources to help you make sure you still graduate within 4 years, even if you do come in as undecided. So speaking as applying, you can apply test optional, or you can come in the traditional route. Let's see, what is the next one? Okay, there you go. So if you're applying to our flagship STEM programs like engineering, business, and nursing, you still have a pathway for direct entry as a test optional student. You still can be on path to graduate in 4 years, even coming in as test optional. So you can apply through the Common App, or you can apply directly to our website. All you need is your application, high school transcript, test scores, or student involvement resume for a scholarship consideration and $25 app fee. And we are definitely open for visits. You can come in person, or you are more than welcome to explore more than quite a few actually virtual options, as well as Instagram live takeovers. All right, that's it for me. Thanks so much. This is my contact information. Look forward to working with you, and go Cards.
Thank you, thank you. Now I'm going to ask all of our presenters to actually come forward, because I've got a question for you that I'd love all of you to just share with the people we have here tonight, and we'll answer in the same order in which y'all presented. So The question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? American University, what would you say here?
Well, there's so many places I could go with this, but I always go with, since I have a junior in college, one of the biggest things that we ended up discussing most was really the finances. You know, all the research you put into finding a college that you think is a good academic and social fit for you, you should put just as much time, if not more, into kind of discussing with your family or whoever's paying for helping you pay for college, into how you're going to pay for college, and making sure you're applying to colleges that are going to be affordable to you if you're admitted. So pay attention to the finances at the same time you're doing all this research for other colleges.
Great, thank you. And Boise State, what do you have to share?
Definitely a lot of things that I could add. I think one of the things that I will just say is encouraging students to really do your homework, thoroughly research the schools, their deadlines, to really find a great fit for you. Jeremiah mentioned that financial fit, there's social fit, there's academic fit. Don't waste your time on applications that you're not really interested in, just applying because your counselor tells you to, or your best friend, or your mom. Talk with your family about the schools that are good fits, that is a good fit for you, and apply early. Please apply early.
Thank you. And GW, what do you have to say?
Yeah, thanks, Jay. This can be a really overwhelming process, and it can also be a little bit intimidating. And there are a lot of people that will walk with you through this process. But my biggest advice is to not let it take over your life. You want to enjoy what's left of your high school career. You want to enjoy your time with family. If you have adults in your life that are helping support you through this process, whether it's emotional support, doing research on schools, financial support, what have you, set aside a specific time every week where you're going to talk college, but don't let it be the only topic of conversation at every dinner. Or you might want to stop eating with your family because you might want to talk about other things at some time. So don't let it take over your life. It can be a really fun process, and try to enjoy the ride.
Great, thank you. And University of Tennessee.
Yeah, my piece of advice is to really utilize the people who are there to help you. So students have college counselors at their high school, and then also they should really utilize us. So I encourage students to reach out by email, by phone. I am always delighted when a student emails me and says, hey, do you have time for a Zoom call with me to talk about your school? And so I say, what better resource than just going to the source, reach out to your admission counselors at the schools that you're interested in, and I'm sure they would be more than happy to work with you.
Great. Miami University.
Yeah, my advice would be just worrying about yourself and what you can control. You might have older siblings who've gone through this process, but they didn't go through it through a pandemic. Every year is very different. You never know what kind of student a university may need. So don't compare yourself to your friend who has the exact same GPA, same test score, but got more money at this school. It's all going to be extremely different. So be your best self. Try your best. There is a fit for you somewhere. So just, again, try to enjoy the process. Just focus on yourself and the best that you can be, and it'll all work out.
Thank you. And University of Louisville.
What I would say is make sure that you treat every single university and every single representative as they are the #1 school that you're interested in, because you never know. That could end up being your #1 school.
Great. Thank you. We're going to actually close out now here. And I just want to say thank you all so much to our 6 amazing presenters and sharing all the information with your school. Grateful to have you here. Thank you all who are here live and anyone watching the recording. Now, for anyone who is here live, when you close out of this, there will be a short 4-question survey that we at StriveScan would love for you to give us your feedback on. Also, this is just one of many sessions, so there are more that you can register for if you want to learn about more great schools. And this session has been recorded, so it should be available for you within about 1 week at strivescan.com/RACC. I'm going to close this out now, and you all have a wonderful night. Bye now.